Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Gritun Fashion Hub Online Academy. And so in today's video, we'll be taking you on a tutorial on how to make feather pad. This is part A of how to make feather pad. And the items needed are, we have our cinnamon scrap, we have the UH glue, we have scissors, we have feathers. There are different types of feathers. Check out for orders in the next one. So let's get right into the lecture. So the first thing you will have to do is cut a template. You could have a pre-cut template like a paper, that you have on ground, or you could just do a free sketch. You can cut out whatever shape you want. And take note that the bigger your template, the wider your projects will come out. The bigger your template, the wider your project will come out. You will understand what I'm talking about in the course of the lecture. So yeah, I'm just trying to cut as small as possible just to show us how it's going to go, because the bigger the template, the more time it will take for you to complete the project. And so I have untangled the feathers. There is a video on my YouTube channel on how to untangle this particular type of feather from the rope. You can check the description box below or search for it on my channel. And so we are going to insert the feathers into the holes of the cinnamon scrap. We're going to insert them into the holes one after the other. So you have to take your time, you have to be very patient. Once the work is done, you'll be so proud and happy with the outcome. And so I have tried out something and I've discovered a hack to make it more full, because the first one I did, I actually inserted rather into all the O's, and then it was time consuming. And so for this one, what I did was I I picked them row by row, and then I inserted into a particular row, and then I left the roll in front alone. You could do two at a go and then leave one behind, and then just jump one row, and then you continue like that until you are done. And so if you want to allow it to enter the hole very quickly, what you do is you snip it. And when you snip at an angle. When you snip your feathers, snip at an angle. You're going to see what I did in the course of the lecture of how I snipped one of the feathers at an angle to give it a sharp edge. And as you fill in each of the rows or layers, kindly apply your glue. Apply your glue as you go. Don't wait till you're done before you apply your glue. Don't wait till you're done before you apply. I tried that with the first one. You will see it at the end of the lecture. It wasn't as neat as when you apply your glue on the go. And when you apply the glue, massage a little bit to allow the glue set in at the base of the feathers. And because when you apply the glue on the go, it keeps your feather steady while you work on other holes. And you can see I snipped at an angle to give it a sharp edge so that it could enter the holes easily. So you can see that the feathers are coming together. It's getting a bit fuller, even though it's still on, I think, the second or the third layer, and it's getting a bit fuller. And as you walk, don't forget to apply your glue. It makes the whole work very, very easy for you. And so I decided to add a little bit of switch to it to add a bit of color to make it more beautiful. You can do whatever you want with mixing color. There is no end to how you can create something. And so I decided to add white feathers in between. You could even do them in sections. You could group feathers. It's endless. Sincerely, creativity is endless. And so here I'm already at the edge. In fact, I had to reduce this template to make this work a bit faster. This is a very small tsunami scrap. And so at the edges, please make them as full as possible. Don't leave space at the edges. Make them as full as possible. And when you are inserting your feathers at the edges, um, make sure the head of the feather is facing outward. You can see what I did there. Yes. Make sure the head of the feather is facing outward to give it that round fullness. To give it that round fullness. And apply your glue. As then I can't overemphasize you applying your glue as you go. The one I did, I didn't apply the glue. By the time I applied the glue at the end, oh Lord. I wasted glue and some of the feathers were still coming out. So I had to pull them up at a point and then, it was time consuming. Sincerely, it was time consuming. So this is a faster trick. Apply your glue on the go and it will be much neater, than when you finish up before you apply your glue. And so for that little cinnamon scrap, you can see how full the feathers are. So what we're going to do next is to cut off the longer part of the inserted feathers stick, or should we call it stick? Let's call it the bottom of the feathers. Okay, so we're going to trim that part off to allow that place lay flat. At the beginning, you didn't have your glue at the base, the feathers would have fallen off. It would have been removing, but because you've glued them from the start, you once you trim off, you apply a little bit of glue, let them sit in, adjust the you can adjust the cinnamon, because cinnamon is a very lovely material to work with. You know, it's malleable. Yes, you apply your glue at the base. You can use your hand to massage it a bit into the bottom of the feathers, and then you set it to dry for a while before you proceed. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please kindly click that subscription button and also click the notification bell so you get notified whenever we post new videos. If you are yet to give this video a thumbs up, please kindly do so right now. It means a lot to us. Thank you and God bless. So it's a bit dry now, and you may decide to cover it with another cinnamon scrap or a felt pad. You cut out a piece of felt to cover it, or a piece of cloth to cover that round part. So I'm using a cinnamon scrap. I'm going to cut it into the size of that particular base, so that I don't have anything sticking out behind the feathers. And I will use that to cover it up to give it a clean, nice, lovely finish. And so we are done. Wow. Can you see how small that template is? Very, 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 very small. And you can see the number of feathers it's consumed, so to speak. So just adjust, bring the feathers back to life, just shake them together. These kind of feathers are very fluffy, they're very lovely, they're so nice when you use to embellish your fascinator, your turban, your scarfinator, and the likes. You can even use them as decor, as in creativity is endless. And so that's a pink one that I that's the pink one I did. That's the pink one I did, and you can see the template of the pink one is bigger than this one, and you can see how wide it is. It's wider, bigger than the other one. And so this is where the pink one ended. I didn't glue the feather part to this. Milliners don't glue, stitch and stitch if you want it to last, and stitch. So I stitched this to the turban, and you can see our beautiful bride, and this is the picture of how it looks. The embellishment is wow. Thank you for joining us. Do have a wonderful day. Bye.